Coffee ready. Peter?
What do you want?
Coffee break.
Thanks. Next time, leave it at the top of the stairs.
I thought it would be nice if we could have it together. Besides, you need a break.
Now is not a good time. If you'll excuse me.
Right. I'll, see you later then.
Yes.
No, you have to wait and see what Father Christmas brings. Come in. Look, Daddy's got to get back to work, so be a good boy for Mummy and... Yeah, I'll see you soon. And I love you too. Okay, bye.
Kieran.
Already very excited about Christmas.
Yeah, I'm mighty.
I promised I'd look in on George.
Well, she hasn't.
No, she hasn't. Not for the want of trying. Talk about impatience.
Well, patience never was one of George's virtues. Mac, I need to speak to you and Greg.
Okay, well, what about lunch? Don't worry about it, I'll book. I'll see you later.
Oh, Peter, what do you think? Tommy wants a new computer game, but I'm not keen. Well, he's already got hundreds. Plus, he spends too much time in front of the computer as it is. I thought perhaps a cricket set. And then his granddad could teach him how to play. You'd like that, wouldn't you? Peter?
Hmm?
You haven't listened to a word I said.
Of course I have. Christmas.
And?
Presents?
Whose?
Claire's? Roger's? Okay, maybe I wasn't listening. But Christmas shopping has always been your domain.
Well, now that you've retired, I was hoping we could do it together.
Of course I help.
Great. Let's get going.
Where?
Well, the ballroom, of course. If we leave now, we'll have plenty of time to shop. Won't that be fun?
Oh,
What's wrong?
can't think of anything worse. Christmas shopping is God's perverse way of punishing us for turning the festival into one enormous spending fest.
What are you saying?
That I have better things to do with my time.
But, Peter.
At last.
I told you I'd do it.
Yeah, yesterday.
How many times do I have to explain? Yesterday was unavoidable. It won't happen again, all right?
Yeah, well, it better not.
Easy step construction. Whoever designed this ought to have their drawing board destroyed.
So it was easy enough last time I did it, although you wouldn't remember because you weren't here. Right, well, I suppose I'll do this myself like I do everything else around here.
Oh, come on.
Is it true that Dr. Elliot is back?
Yes, he is, but only on a temporary basis.
Could I make an appointment to see him this morning?
I'm afraid he's fully booked, actually, but I could fit you in with Dr. Clay.
He looks terribly young.
He is fully qualified.
I don't doubt it. I prefer to see Dr. Elliot. I always saw him in the past.
I'm sorry, but...
Oh, Dr. Elliot.
Mrs. Thorpe.
I thought we'd lost you for good.
No chance, he's like a rubber ball. Keeps bouncing back.
So, how are you?
Fine.
And your husband?
He retired 3 months ago.
Your next patient's waiting for you.
Thank you, Sarah. Yes, it's good to see you, but if you will excuse me.
Oh, actually, Dr. Elliot, I popped in this morning especially to see you, but apparently you're fully booked.
I am very busy, yes.
You always were popular. If you could just squeeze me in.
I'll see what I can do. Sarah, perhaps you could juggle things around a bit?
Shall I spin some plates while I'm at it?
Perhaps if you just transfer one of my patients onto Dr. Clay's list.
Hey!
Sorted. Quite straightforward, really. Thanks, Mac. So, you're set to go.
Yes, I just wish this little one was.
Any twinges?
Nada, not a sausage, nick, nothing, absolute, on to nothing.
Okay, George, I get the message. You do know it's only a matter of time.
And you've got nothing more useful to say.
It's the truth. Bit tired, are we?
Oh, excuse me, we had a bit of a broken night.
We?
George had to go to the toilet a few times.
15, to be exact. You see, they tell you about sleepless nights after the birth, but... See, just talking about it. Excuse me?
Things a bit tense, are they?
I'm living in a madhouse.
Yeah, I remember. Hanging around waiting, that's the worst.
How'd you cope?
I kept a low profile. Right, better get off.
Do you have to?
Yep, afraid so. So you keep your pecker up, if you'll pardon the expression, and try to be patient. I'll see you, Ronnie.
I do hope you're back in Leatherbridge for good.
I haven't made any definite plans yet.
But I bet you're pleased to be home for Christmas.
I suppose so. Now, you want...
We've got the whole clan descending. It's bound to be chaos. But I know I'll enjoy every moment.
Was there something specific you wanted to see me about? Your health? How are things at home? How's your husband coping with retirement?
He spends his whole time holed up down in the cellar making models.
Well, at least he's got an interest. Stops him from getting under your feet.
I think there might be more to it than that.
Such as?
Oh, it's all too familiar.
You don't think he started drinking again, do you?
He's been acting so strange.
Have you smelt alcohol on his breath? Have you found any bottles anywhere?
No.
Is it possible, perhaps, because of Peter's past history, you might be jumping to conclusions?
Well, what else could it be? I've been looking forward to Peter's retirement for so long. He used to work so hard. The job tended to occupy most of his time.
And things aren't turning out as you'd hoped.
All I want is for us to spend some time together. Well, take this morning when I suggested we go Christmas shopping.
He wasn't keen. Well, I think a lot of men tend to view shopping as a chore rather than a pleasure.
Well, that's true.
And there wouldn't be any point trying to force Peter to do something he wouldn't enjoy.
So what should I do?
Well, I think you and Peter should view retirement as a new chapter in your marriage. You need to sit down with each other, renegotiate your time together, discover shared interests.
We've always talked about taking a cruise.
Well then, what's to stop you?
Oh, God, there you are.
I'm just popping out.
I wanted to speak to you about a cruise.
Can't it wait? I've run out of materials and I can't get on without them.
Oh, well, I suppose it'll have to.
Good.
This one's yours, Sarge.
Thanks. Your mate, the solicitor, seems to be taking a very personal interest in one of his clients. Very tasty.
No way.
It happens.
She's his client.
Client? If you say so. Stop! Do you recognize it?
It's the yacht we sailed in on our honeymoon.
An exact replica.
Oh, Peter, you named it the Sylvia.
It was going to be your Christmas present.
It's beautiful.
And now you spoilt it. Tell me, what did you expect to find in there?
I don't know. It's just, well, I haven't seen you behaving like this for a long time.
You don't mean...
I
don't believe it after all these years. And you still don't trust me.
That's not true. I do. You've been acting strange lately, and so secretively.
That's because I wanted this as a surprise for you.
Well, I understand that now.
I admit I may have been behaving oddly, but to suspect that I started drinking again.
Peter, I'm sorry.
20 years ago, I promised you I would never touch another drop. And I have kept my word.
My treat.
Well, you're splashing out a bit, aren't you?
You complaining?
No.
Sorry I'm a bit late.
Oh. That's good you're here. Look, I just would like to propose a toast.
We, the team, have achieved a great deal this past year. And it seems that we are fast becoming the most popular practice in the area, which is due in no small way to you two.
Yeah, to all of us.
Well, we all know that this last year has had its difficulties. We've tragically lost one of our valued colleagues and had to say goodbye to some old friends, good friends. But I think we should all be very proud of ourselves for the way we've pulled through. And I really do believe that it's made the team a stronger force, ready to face the challenges that 2006 will inevitably bring. So, if you raise your glasses, please. To the continuing success of the team and the mill.
Mel.
Of course, we can't rest on our laurels. We have to keep ahead of the game. So I've been thinking...
Matt, will you just shut up a minute?
Sorry.
There's something I need to tell you both.
Uh-huh.
I've had an offer.
An offer?
An old friend of mine from university has offered me the chair of the Juno Health Initiative in Leeds. And I've accepted.
Did you know about this?
No.
Is it the mill?
Mac, it's a fantastic facility, but this is about me and the children.
Helen, why don't you say? If you need more time with the kids, we can be flexible, can't we?
Absolutely.
This isn't about my hours.
Money?
No, it's not about money either. I just need a change.
Why? Is it Mark?
No, this has nothing to do with him.
Sorry, Helen, a bit too coincidental. Mark comes back, you decide to leave.
Okay, I admit it. Seeing Mark again was a bit of a shock.
I knew it.
But that's just part of it. Mark's arrival has just been a catalyst. Ever since Jack's death and my depression, I've just felt the need for change. But I just haven't felt certain enough.
And you do now?
Yes. I've been offered a fantastic opportunity, and I'd be foolish to turn it down. You understand?
Yeah, I do.
Look, Helen, you want new challenges. We can give you new challenges.
Mac, I need a change. It's time to move on. A new job, a new city, a new life.
Well, I think it sounds very exciting.
It does, doesn't it? And it'll be great for the kids. It'll be like an adventure for them, for all of us. And, well, I just want you both to be happy for me.
We are.
I know this has come as a bit of a shock.
Just a bit.
Right, well, I'm going to skip lunch, and you two have got a lot to talk about.
Have you seen my glasses?
They're on the table somewhere.
Can't you think of anything that will make her want to stay?
Well, don't you think she deserves a fresh start? Her and the kids have been through a pretty rough time.
Which is why it's in our best interest to stay close to the people who love and support her.
Whose best interest?
Helen and I go back a long way.
I realise that.
She's my best friend, Greg. And a loyal partner.
Apart from the time she left to set up a rival practice.
With Mark. I should never have agreed to have him back. It's his fault.
Sylvia? Sylvia?
I know what I saw. I told you there was something wrong.
I believe you.
Trouble is, he won't admit it.
If he is drinking again, denial is a common defense mechanism.
I just wish he'd confide in me.
He's probably afraid to.
But I'm his wife.
The one person he feels he'd let down the most.
Well, if he can't confide in me, who can he confide in? He's always trusted and respected you.
This has to come from Peter.
He won't come to you. Well, you said yourself he's in denial.
People have to want to be helped.
All I'm asking is that you talk to him.
Must be weird living in a hotel room.
There's his compensations.
Such as?
Room service for a start.
You'll end up skint. You, young man, are going to have to find yourself a flat.
I know.
I'll help you find one. Oh, you've already started looking.
Yeah, there's a couple of possibilities.
Great. When are we going to see them?
Well, Sarah looks really candy to offer, but
Men have absolutely no idea about interior design, darling.
I really want to do this myself.
But you don't have to.
I know. I need to. I know it might sound silly, but it's important.
Oh.
You understand, don't you?
Yeah, of course I do.
Knew you would.
Happy house hunting.
Where's Mark?
Out on a house call.
Ah, looks like you've been busy.
Cooking is great for relieving stress. Plus, I've got the perfect excuse, what with Christmas just round the corner. Help yourself.
Maybe later. Where's Peter?
Where else?
Hello, Peter.
Good Lord. Dr. Elliot. What a delightful surprise. You like it?
Superb.
Made it myself.
That's quite an achievement. I bet that took some time.
Yes. But then I have all the time in the world now.
Yes, I'd heard you'd retired.
Pensioned off 3 months ago.
Taking some getting used to.
49 years I worked for that firm. Hardly missed a day.
I'm sure they appreciated that.
Ha! Loyalty means nothing. What are you doing here? I take it this is not a social call?
Not entirely, no.
I suppose this is Sylvia's doing. What's wrong with the woman? Why can't she stop interfering?
She's worried about you.
She needn't be.
No? It's a bit of eczema, isn't it? You looking after yourself?
She thinks I've started drinking again.
And why should she think that?
Who knows what goes on in a woman's mind?
Indeed. I should imagine that takes quite a lot of concentration.
Yes. Yes, it does. But Sylvia doesn't seem to understand that. Oh, I can be distracted at times. That doesn't mean I've started hitting the bottle again. Do you believe me?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Good. Thank you.
But it's not alcohol that's the problem, isn't it?
Night.
Helen, wait. I'm going to sack Mark.
What?
First thing tomorrow.
You can't.
I can. And I will if it means you'll stay.
It won't make any difference, Mac. I've made my decision.
Helen, what are we going to do without you?
You'll manage.
It will not be the same.
You'll get used to it.
I very much doubt it.
Instead of sacking Mark, maybe you should think of offering him a partnership.
What?
Think of the practice. It'll save so much upheaval in the long run. And he's a good doctor.
Who decides when you've got nothing left to offer?
Unfortunately, it's the system.
Well, it stinks. I gave as much, if not more, at the age of 65 than when I started work at 16.
I'm sure you did.
I wasn't ready for retirement. How do you prepare for something like that? One minute you are a valued member of the company, and the next they toss you on the scrap heap.
It does seem unfair.
Do you think it makes me feel?
The adjustment's going to take time.
I loved my job. I lived for it.
Substance abuse isn't the answer.
Believe me, it wasn't planned. Making models, you're dealing with glues and solvents every day.
Well, your basement isn't ventilated. You should be wearing a mask, do you? You must have been aware of the dangers.
I thought it was exaggerated. Until I experienced the rush.
Yes, the rush is only ever fleeting.
What isn't? At least it stopped me feeling deflated.
But it doesn't make the underlying problem disappear.
I realise that.
And such behaviour doesn't come without serious health risks.
I know I was behaving irresponsibly, but once I'd started, I could not stop.
We can get you help.
It was so foolish. How could I let it get to this stage?
There's no point blaming yourself. What you need to focus on now is recovery.
Who else should he blame? After all, he's a grown man. It's about time he took responsibility for his own actions.
Sylvia.
You're not just foolish. You're pathetic.
I know, but you've got to understand.
No, you're wrong. I don't have to understand anything. Feeling sorry for yourself. Hiding away down in the cellar making models of yachts. Have you no imagination at all?
Sylvia, I'm sorry.
Save it, I'm not interested. And if you think I'm going to nurse you through this addiction like I did the last one, you're very much mistaken.
Look who's here. And look what he's brought.
Now, I read somewhere that these help induce labour.
We're thinking of opening a juicing plant.
It is the thought that counts, though.
On the other hand, these are very welcome. Fancy one?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, I forgot what alcohol tastes like.
Oh, don't worry, it's not for much.
Longer.
Well, I'm a doctor. What do you expect? Platitude's the first thing they teach you at med school.
Oh, that'll be the midwife. She's going to teach me some relaxation exercise.
If you can get George to relax, she'll be a miracle worker.
So, have you got the nursery finished?
No baby talk, please.
Okay.
Why don't you tell me what's been happening back in the world?
Well, let's just say that I wouldn't want to be in Mark's shoes when Matt gets hold of him.
Here you are.
What's this?
You could eat them or throw them to the ducks for all I care. Christmas is over as far as I'm concerned. As of now, I'm retiring from playing Happy Families. Oh, thank you for all you've done.
I'll see you at the surgery tomorrow, then.
Yes. Goodbye and thanks. I've said I'm sorry. I know I've got a problem and I'm going to get help.
About time. I don't wish you ill, Peter. You're just going to have to count me out.
I need you.
What about what I need?
You're angry and that's understandable.
Yes, I'm angry, but it's not how you think.
How then?
I'm angry with myself
Why? You're not to blame.
for wasting all these years.
What are you saying? Our life together and the kids, that was all a waste of time?
Of course not. That part of my life's over. I want more. There's so much I want to see and do. And this is my moment.
But what about me?
Well, that's entirely up to you. But I know what I'm going to do.
We can still go like we planned.
No, Peter. It's too late for that.
Sylvia, I'll do anything you want.
What you need to do is sort yourself out.
I will, I promise.
Good.
Then what?
I don't know. I intend to be away for a few weeks, so you'll just have to wait and see.
Leeds?
Mm-hmm. Mind you, at least you won't be far away.
Still, we'll miss her.
Especially Mac.
And best not mention it to George. She's stressed out enough as it is.
Sure. Incidentally, you do realise you're the talk of the Nick.
Well, wouldn't you think they'd have better things to do with their time than spread rumours?
Just a rumour then, is it?
Of course it is.
It's just that I've seen you with this Charlotte woman on a number of occasions.
So? Our relationship is strictly professional. She's a client who needs my help.
And that's all there is to it.
Yes.
Next on BBC1, Jessica catches up with an old friend who turns junk into art.